Hello everyone, my name is Abdullah Ahwan from Indonesia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we are going to continue our previous video which we are going to learn how do we convert from Figma into Flutter. And our screen would look like this. So let's get started. Alright, so first thing first, I want to say thank you to all of you who have support me to this channel. And now you can also support me by click super thanks on YouTube. Alright, so in this video, we are going to continue our previous video. And in the previous video, we have convert this screen, which is screen 1. It means that we have convert home screen that contain many components look like this. And in this video, we are going to move or jump to next screen, which is screen 2. It's something like a detail screen or detail page. So make sure you have watched my first video, and if you haven't yet watched my first video, you can watch link in the description below. And make sure you have follow all the steps. It means that you have the code from part 1, so you can just open part 1 and continue with this video. Alright, so as we can see here in the screen 2, we have something like an image on the top, and when we zoom in, we will see something like image carousel. And here we have back button and then bookmark button, and below that we have a title and then the writer, and this something like what we say it's a long tag or something like story or others. And in the previous video, we have export all the SVG asset, such as this bottom navigation bar, and then this search icon, share icon, but we haven't yet export this back button, and then bookmark button, and this carousel indicator. So you need to download the new assets from link in the description below and replace the previous to get this arrow icon and bookmark icon. And let's open our previous code with Visual Studio Code. Alright, so this is our previous code, and in the previous video we just have main screen and then app style and size config. And first thing first, let's replace the asset folder with the new one, so you can download link in the description below. Alright, and once you have replaced the assets folder with the new one, you will see something like arrow back icon and then bookmark white icon, and then we will see carousel indicator disable and carousel indicator enable. And let's go to Figma again, and here we will see, because as we can see on the top we will have something like image carousel, so we need to find a package or dependencies to handle this image carousel. So let's say image carousel Flutter, and we will see this carousel slider, and I think this is good dependency. So first thing first, let's install this. So I just need to type here Flutter pub add carousel slider. Alright, so we have add a new dependencies here. So let's see, carousel slider. So in this part, we just need to add this carousel slider. And maybe let's run this to see how our previous app looks like. Alright, so this is our previous video, which is we have convert this screen 1. So in this screen, so first thing first, let's create a new file here inside this lib, and let's name it as news detail. We can name it as page or screen. What we say here, so I think screen. And let's import material here. And what we need to do here, we need to create new stateless widget, name it as news detail screen. And let's jump into scaffold widget here. And we need to change the body into news detail screen. And when we reload, we will see white screen or blank screen, because in this news detail screen we don't have any widget here, so it's just something like a blank container. And what we need to do, so let's see the design first. And I want to try explain or write a code step by step. And here, as we can see, we have image on the top, which is image carousel, and below that we have a title, and again we have something like writers, and then the content itself. So here inside the news detail screen, we need to return maybe a scaffold widget. And before that, we need to call our size config here, and we need to say context and here scaffold widget have body as usual. And let's see, because this component inside this screen 2 align from top to bottom, so we can simply think it's a column, because column we will have many children inside that. Many child, it means that we can add many widget inside this column. And what we need to do, so first we need to say here, because this image below this something like a shape, so what we need to do here, first let's add a stack widget, because with this stack widget we can place widget and overlay another widget in front of the previous widget. So inside this, let's create, or we can call children first. And in this children, what we need to do, first we need to call our image carousel. So the first widget that we say here, it will be on the back. So the first widget we have to call is image carousel. And what we need to do here, so let's name it as full screen slider. And this full screen slider haven't yet exist. So we have to create the new one. So outside this new detail screen, we need to create a new stateful widget. Let's name it as full screen slider. And before that, we need to create global variable. Let's name it as, we need to say list of string, which is image list. And inside that, we will have just 3 images, because as we can see here, we have 3 carousel indicators. So in my opinion, we need 3 images. And this image of Maldives, so I want to search from Unsplash. And what we need to pick, I think the first one is this. And just need to copy image address and just copy here or paste here. And the next, maybe I think this one, copy image address, paste here. So we have 2 images. So let's add the last one. I think this one. And just copy image address and paste here. So we have 3 images inside our image list. And before we want to use dependencies, it's called carousel slider. So let's see in the documentation here. And let's see in the example. So let's say we want to add full screen. So we will have this full screen slider demo. So what we need to do here, we need to return carousel slider, and carousel slider has parameter which is carousel option. So look like this. And here exactly return what we need to return here. We need to return a stack widget. And inside this stack widget, we will have children, and the first children will be carousel slider. And it will auto import this carousel slider package. And this is the required parameter, which is item and option. So let's delete this first. And what we need to say here, we need to say, or we need to create something called controller. So here, so let's create carousel controller, name it as controller, and let's initiate with the carousel controller here. And the next one, we need to create a new variable, name it as current, and let's give a value to be 1. Alright, and inside this carousel slider, so let's say here carousel controller, paste the value with controller. And for the option, we will have carousel option, and inside this carousel option we will have height. And what we need to do here, we will have, and from this design, we can assume that the image will be a half of the screen height. So we can simply say size config and then block size vertical and times to 50. 50 means it's a half of the screen height. And for the viewport fraction, let's say 1, and enlarge center page to be false. And for the on page change, we will have index and reason. We will have, here let's say set state, and inside that we will change the current to be index. Look like this. And still inside this carousel option, we will also have initial page will be current. And again, for items, we will have image list, and then we need to map this item, and we will return something here. So we need to return center widget, and this center widget also will have child, which is image.network, and we will have a URL from item, which is this item, and we need to say fit to be boxwidth.cover, and for the height, let's give value to be size config, which is look like this. Just need to copy this, paste here, paste here, and for the width, let's make it as exactly same the screen. So let's say double dot infinity. And here we need to say dot to list. So we'll still have error here. Okay, look like this. Alright, so we have created the carousel image or image carousel, and as we can see here, this indicator in front of our carousel image. So why we use stack widget here? So below this carousel slider, we need to create a new widget, which is align widget. And this align widget, so let's say alignment, set it to bottom center, and inside this, what we need to do, we place our indicator on the bottom center. It means that it will be below this. So we need to push this indicator so we can check. So it's something like 12, and here we need to have child, and the child will be padding widget, and we need to set the padding to be only bottom 52. Alright, and inside this padding widget we will have child again, and as we can see, this align from left to right, so we can assume or we can think it's a row widget. Look like this, and a row widget will have main axis alignment properties or parameter, so we can set it to center. And again, row widget also have children parameter, so we can say, so we need to read from image list, so image list, and then as map, and here we need to map the entries, and we call this to entry, and we need to return something here. So what we need to return here is gesture detector, and here we need to make it to list, look like this. Alright, so inside this gesture detector, we will have on tab, and for the on tab, we will say we will read from controller and then any path to page, and we will jump to entry.key. And gesture detector also have child, and for the child, let's add padding, because here we will have a little space between indicators, so let's give a padding as a symmetric, and for the padding, let's say horizontal, just 6. And for the child, we will have svg picture dot assets, and we will use ternary operator here. So we will check using current. When current equal entry dot key, we will return this indicator. So we will have assets carousel indicator enabled dot svg, and when the current not equal with entry dot key, we will have disable, as simple as this. So as we can see here, we have a little preview here. So yeah, that's all for this image carousel. And what we need to do, we need to jump into our this full screen slider. So I think let's restart our app. Alright, so we have our image carousel. So we have 3 images here. And let's jump to this. And the next, we will add this. So what we need to do here, we need to add new widget, which is align widget. And for the alignment, set it to so we need to add this a little shape, and set the alignment to be bottom center. And for the child, let's give a value to be container, and for the height, set it to 40, and for the width, set it to double dot infinity. And here we will give box decoration, and box decoration have border radius, and also we need to pass the value to be border radius dot only, and here we will say top left radius dot circular to be 42, and for the top right it's same. And the next, we need to give the color to be lighter white. And here And the next step we need to say, for this column, we need to say main axis alignment to be start, and for cross axis alignment, start again. Look like this. And we need to wrap this column widget with single child scroll view. Look like this. And the next step, we need to add another alignment widget or align widget. And for the alignment, set it to top center. And for the child, let's give a padding. And for the padding, let's say a symmetric horizontal 40 and vertical 60. And for the child, we will give row widget, because we will have two icons here. And for the children, let's say container, and we will have 50 for the height and 50 again for the width. And here we will give box decoration to decorate our border radius to be circular, and say border radius here. And for the border, let's say border.all, and for the color, let's say K white color. And inside this container, we will give a child to be svg picture dot assets, and we will say assets arrow back icon dot svg, and we will have this icon. And we need to give padding here, and for the padding, let's say all 12, and we will give cons here. Look like this. And what we need to do, we need to duplicate this and just change this to bookmark white icon. And we need to change main axis alignment to be space between. Look like this. And what we need to do, we need to wrap this stack widget with something like a size box, and we will say height to be size config dot block verticals times to 50 here. And we will see this indicator, and then this a little shape. Alright, and we need to add cons here, and then maybe here and here. Alright, and we will have 3 indicator. When we move to another image, the indicator will be changed. Look like this. And also it support gesture detector. So what we need to do, we need to wrap all the component into size box or container, and set the height to be a half of our screen height. And below of our size box, what we need to say, we will have this title and the content. So what we need to do here, so we will have a padding with the padding to be symmetric and set the value to be horizontal 40. And below that we will have child inside our padding widget, and for the text will be, so I think just copying this, paste here, and the second text paste here. And when we restart, we will see our title, and in the real app we will retrieve data from JSON and paste the data to this text widget. So we need to say style here, and we will have Poppins bold, and we need to change something like a color to be K dark blue, and then font size, so let's say size config block horizontal times to 7. Look like this. Alright, and below that we will have what we say, it's a row widget, but we will have something like container. So we say here container, and for the height, set it to be 54, and for the width, set it to double.infinity. And for the decoration, let's decorate like a border radius and set it to be circular, and give value to be K border radius. And again, for the border, say border dot all, and we will have the new color. So let's copy that value and create a new color here, const color K border color, and say color, paste here, and back to news detail screen. And for the inside this border dot all, we say color, we say K border color, and we will have a little border. And the next step, we need to give a margin here, and for margin we say symmetric, and for horizontal value set it to 40, and for vertical set it to 20. Look like this. And also we can store this padding into app style if we don't want to write static here. And inside this container, we will have for the child, we will give row widget here, and for the children will be circle avatar, and the radius will be 13, and for the background color will be K blue, and for the background image will be network image, and we will give maybe 3D avatar PNG, and let's Let's try to copy this image address and paste here. And we will have our avatar. And the next widget will be, let's say, size box. And for the width, let's say size config, block horizontal time to just 2.5% of the screen width. And the next widget will be text widget. And I think we can say if we have data from the internet, we can paste the data into this text widget. But now let's copy this and then copy this. And when we have data from the internet, we can simply just give a $sign and then we paste the value. Let's say we have date published and then post writer or so on. But for now, let's make it static look like this. And let's try to find a dot special character and copy this item and paste between this. And when we restart, we will see this text widget. But we will give max line 1 and overflow will be text overflow dot ellipsis, I think. And for the size, let's say we will give style here. And for the style, let's say K-Poppins, what we say here, writing regular. And we need to change the value, such as color will be gray color, and then font size will be size config, and then block horizontal times to just 3% of the screen width. Look like this. And I think just give cons here. And yeah, we have add this widget. And the next, the content itself. So below this container here, let's add padding widget. And for the padding, let's say symmetric. And for the horizontal value, set it to 40. And for the child, let's add text widget. And for the text, for now, let's make it dummy. So I need to copy this. So I get this data from the Wikipedia. Look like this. So we can scrolling up. And the next, we will give styling here. And for the style, let's say Poppins media, and change the value such as font size to be as usual size config, block horizontal times to just 4% from the screen width. And for the color, so let's say K dark blue, look like this. And let's add a little space here below that. So let's say size box, and we will say height, set it to be size configs, block vertical times to, I think, just 5%. And let's cons here. And now we will have a little space here. And so let's find this value. So we have many padding here. So what we need to do, let's say here const double, let's say k padding horizontal, I think, and say 40.0. And what we need to do, this padding, set it to k padding horizontal. So let's say let's find horizontal and change the value to padding horizontal. Again, this to k padding horizontal, and here k padding horizontal. So yeah, we have passed the horizontal padding with this constant value, which is k padding horizontal. And let's see the design. And this is the app. And I think let's change the background color to be k lighter white. We have a little glitch here, so let's go to what we say. Let's experiment, change this into something like container, and container still have padding, and container also have transform, and we will say matrix 4, and we say translation value. It means that we will translate the y value, I think -10, or I think let's experiment with 20. Still have a little glitch, I don't know. I think it's from the simulator when it's when they render this content. So I think 14. All right. And it means that we need to change this to, I think, something like 16. And again, we need to add padding here. Symmetric, horizontal. I think what we have here, 12. So I think just need to say size config block horizontal time to, I think, just 2.5%. Look like this. Alright, so yeah, this is the design, and this is the design, and this is the Flutter app. So yeah, I think it's similar on, or I think exactly same with the design. So in this here we use column, and we will wrap using single child scroll view, and inside this column widget we have the big two widget, so the image, and below that we will have the content. And for the image, we wrap using size box and set the height to be a half of the screen height. And inside this size box, we also have stack widget, because again, with the stack widget, we can place or we can overlay the widget with another widget, and the first widget will be on the back. So why I say full screen slider or our image carousel to be on the top, it means that it will be on the back. And our full screen slider, we will use carousel slider dependencies, and we use image from Unsplash, but now it's not from our data, so I think it's just dummy data. And here we also give a ternary operator, and we will change the indicator with our SVG assets based on the condition or based on the index. So why in this current set it to 1? Because in list it's start from 0, it means the second component it will be 1. So we can just simply say look like this. When we restart, we will see the indicator will be on the first element. Look like this. So I just translate from this. And so in this Flutter, I think in this full screen slider, we have image and the indicator. So, and in this stack widget, we have this custom shape to manipulate shape look like this, and also we have this align widget, and we align to top center, and we give the child with arrow widget because we have 2 elements. And if we want to detect on tap or on double tap, so we can wrap this container using gesture detector. So yeah, look like this our app. And if you want to download the source code, link in the description below. And if you have any questions or comment, write it down on the comment field. Thank you so much, and see you again on the next video.